What do you smell like that for?
Poop myself a little.
Oh, okay. Right.
Sharts.
Hey guys, I'm Dan.
Jordan.
Alan. We're Big Guys Vape Reviews. Now, in this video, we're not here to give you a review. Mr. Jordan here is the vape battery guru. He is the vape battery safety police. All right. So he's going to give you a quick rundown on what to watch out for. You know, what to expect, you know, shit like that. So he's going to take care of that. He's going to take the camera here.
You like my new set of batteries?
Yeah.
No.
They're nice,
Come
aren't
on.
they?
No, I do not
Why
like
can't I
those
use
at all.
these?
These are perfect examples of
I took these from somebody after I saw them. I was like, no, you can't use these anymore.
bad batteries. These. Let me scoot in a little bit. Show the camera.
Camera's yours, bro.
So, these batteries are a great example. They're MXJO batteries. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You can see it on the bottom there.
Camera's right here.
Definitely. See, they're all gunky and grimy, and they actually have juice caught underneath of the wraps, which is no good, because this whole section from this top piece down is your negative. It's going to make a negative contact. So if juice bridges between the negative contact and this positive contact, it could lead to failure. Or arcing, which this battery, see all those brown spots? See all that yucky goop? That's arcing. That could lead to battery failure. That is no good. And it's also, you see a little tiny dot right above the X? That's a nick in the battery. So if that was to come in contact with the inside of a mod, it would short out the mod's circuitry, which there's no circuitry in a mech mod, but it would short the flow of electric through here and could vent this battery for an explosion, which is no bueno. Same thing on this one. This is my personal battery, and I don't know if you can see it, that tiny nick right by my middle finger, tiny silver. I will not use this battery at all because it is not safe.
Why don't you explain, you know, what happens during an actual battery vent?
During a battery vent or a battery failure,
You've all seen it on YouTube. They hyped it up. The news hyped it up as a dangerous thing. Vapors are dangerous, but that's not the case. It's you not paying attention. That's dangerous.
90% of the time it's user error. The other 8% of the time it's a bad battery or a malfunctioning battery that shouldn't have been sold. But there's companies like Ultra Fire, a bunch of other different companies rewrapping good cell batteries, which they're C-bin batteries. They didn't pass all the protocols. Other companies buy them up, wrap them, and sell them as something else. So what happens during a vent is, 90% of the time is you lose your top cap and hot gases just explodes out of the top cap. The battery itself doesn't explode, but hot gases spew out of the top cap. And that's all of your battery chemistry inside leaking out. Battery acid, pretty much. But it does it in such a volatile way that it's hot gas. I personally have got burnt by a battery venting, and I had second-degree burns on my hand. I was lucky. I was very lucky not to get hurt anymore. Now, in a battery failure, catastrophic failure, the battery itself will rupture from the side all at once, as an explosion with hot gases, fire, everything.
So it's like a mini pipe bomb, pretty much.
Yes, it can become a mini pipe bomb. Not saying that, I don't want people to use that in the wrong context. Not saying that you're going to get hurt from it if you know your Ohm's law, especially with mechanical devices. Regulated devices have a chipset, have a circuit board in there that 90% of the time shuts down the mod before anything like that will happen. You'll get a reading on your mod that says mod too hot, battery short, atomizer short, all that stuff is protection so you don't get hurt. But unregulated devices, there is no protection like that. So if you're dealing with unregulated devices, all of us as a group are asking you not to be that stereotype, not to be that person who thinks it's going to be fine. If you got questions about your batteries, your top cap's gunky, you got a rip in the wrap or something, just go spend the $8 or $10 to get a new battery and don't become a statistic. Please. For vapors' safety, for our outlook on what the FDA is doing, every time something like that happens, we end up looking worse. So that's us, well, the guests and the big guys at Big Guys Vape Reviews, asking you to not be a dummy and learn your Ohm's Law, learn your battery safety. If you have any questions, hit these guys, they'll send you to me, and I'll walk you through it. All right?
As far as Ohm's Law is concerned, if you don't know it, is there something you can put on our a Facebook page to kind of summarize?
I definitely have some links on my computer and some printouts and different websites that you can go to, and there's actually applications that you can get for your phone. I use this one. It's called VaporCalc, and you can go in and put in whatever you need to. It'll tell you for your wires what size coil to build, or you can put in what your voltage is, what your ohms are, what wattage you want to run at, and it will tell you what your amps are. Now, if your amps on here are higher than what your battery says, it's pretty common not to use it. Like, common sense would say not to use it.
I didn't even know that existed until you just said something.
Yeah, it's actually a great app. It shows you how to mix your own juice and everything too.
Wow.
It's free?
Yeah, it's free. I downloaded it. Google Play Store has it. I know Apple, they have a different version of it, but they all do the same thing. They all have roughly the same 3 mini apps inside of it for coils, for what your ohms are, and how to calculate for your own DIY juice. I don't personally do DIY, but if you do, you can save everything right in your phone. Everybody has their phone on them nowadays. It takes 10 seconds to look up what you're going to be doing and if it's safe or not.
Okay, so my personal opinion at this point, knowing that even exists, nobody really has any excuse for not knowing at this point.
No.
I mean, the vaping community has pretty much made it foolproof, as long as you're paying attention.
Yeah. The most investment you're going to have to make sure you're safe, if you want to run unregulated, download a free app, buy some good batteries. So you're looking at, depending on how many batteries you want to carry, $20 and up, saying a pair of batteries, and spend the $15 on a decent ohms reader. Screw it on with what your build is, turn it on, it'll tell you what you're at. Plug that into the app. If it's higher than 20 amps, which is a normal battery rating, we go off a pulse rating, which is higher than that. So if it's anything over like 35 amps, don't run it. Keep yourself safe, please.
And there you have it. This guy knows his stuff.
I don't want to have to yell at anybody. I don't want to have to be a dick. I'm a nice fluffy guy. I'm a good guy.
Fluffy. Look at this little tuft of hair. It's so cute.
My hair's long. It sticks out of my snapback now when I wear my snapback backwards.
I have a hate relationship, a very hateful relationship with snapback. I will not wear a snapback. I will not wear a Velcro back. I will not wear one of those little pull back.
So any open back hat?
It has to be a fitted or a flex fit, or it doesn't go on my head. I'm old school. Anyway, there you have it. We're Big Guys Vape Reviews, and this is our battery safety warning. All right, public service video.
Yes. Thank you guys. Be safe. Anything else?
Nah, bruh.
All right. I'm
Thanks
done.
for coming.
All right.
You're done?
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I heard
I'm
that. He's dumb. Okay. We're out of here.